Binod's dialogue in Panchayat, भाई साहब हम गरीब है लेकिन गद्दार नहीं. It was like it straight up touched the heart. People were saying this guy has stolen our hearts. Despite being a side character, Binod left a bigger impact than the main actors. His line was spot on, and Vidhayakji's dance with glasses was so good that it stuck with people. But did the new season of Panchayat stick with you? That is the real question. There are people who feel like they went to a village with high expectation and they would ride the swing. But when they got there, they found the swings were broken and suits were stale. And that's what Panchayat story is like this time around. Same old theme, village politics and some light comedy and Sachivji's puzzled face. But this time everything felt a bit stale. The novelty we were looking for was not there that much and where it was very limited. There were some moments that were enjoyable, but they lacked freshness. And this time it felt like Panchayat got a bit boring. The excitement was not there. Though Panchayat Maker were focusing on village politics, and we also understand that in politics they can't put too much comedy. But the season 4 was not that good, but I would rate this season 4 10 out of 7. Although we were excited about the next season because the plot has changed a bit, but this season felt incomplete. Jitu Bhaiya and the Sachivji were doing great, but the other characters were a bit confusing. Sachivji was fine and Prahlad Shah's pain was palpable. The romance between Rinki and Secretary is still going at a snail's pace. People are saying that a Balok cart doesn't move this slow. And overall, if you are a fan of Panchayat, you can watch it. But if you are expecting something new like this previous season, you will be disappointed. This time, Panchayat essence feels a bit lost. There are moments that touch the heart, like Binod's dialogue, but the entire series feels a bit incomplete. And the story of Panchayat season 4 revolves around the Pradhanji of Fulera village. Manju Devi is trying to save her seat, while Banrakas is trying to grab it for his wife Kranti Devi. And in this season, Banrakas and Binod overshadowed the Pradhanji and their team. Whether it's acting, screen presence, or emotional moments, they were more impactful. Except for that last scene where Pradhanji breaks things after losing the election, and that gives a powerful performance. Sachiv's life is still a mess. He has a case under Section 323 and he is worried about it while trying to focus on his CAT exam and college admission. The romance between Rinki and Secretary is moving at a glacial pace, as I said. Although there are one or two scenes that touch the heart, like the water tank scene or muffler scene, those are somewhat enjoyable, but that's about it, and the rest feels very slow. Pralatsa's character is deeper this time, but not that much. There is a scene where he expresses his pain, and another scene where Banraka's wife fights with him and he shows his pain. Those scenes are good, but it is not as impactful as the previous one. And if I had to say who stole the show, it would be Banrakas and his wife. And Binod crying scene in the climax and his dialogue is the most impactful scene in this season. And it feels like it captures the essence of Fulera village. Vikas and Binod were fantastic in this season. Their acting was raw and impactful. He stole the show from Sachivji and other characters. And because scenes with Sachivji are enjoyable and their timing is great. Vinod is the real package in this season and his dialogue about being poor but not a traitor is the biggest highlight of this season 4. The Bhojpuri dance whether by Bidhayakji was also amazing. It was funny and the memes of people making are hilarious. I think the dance and the Binod crying scene are the most talk about moments on social media. Panraka's scenes with Vidhayakji were also great and people are saying that this year everyone's making a comeback and it is a great year for web series. And if you ask me, the best scenes are Binod's crying scene and Vidhayak dance or Sachivji's final scene where he says, and what do you think? Overall, if you are a fan of Panchayat, this season is worth watching. But if you are new, you might want to start from beginning. This season gets 7 out of 10 rating from me.